So you may have seen my post a few days ago where I put a quote up that said, any addiction is an unconscious refusal to face your own pain. And it's got a lot of comments, had a lot of messages from it. People saying, wow, that's so true. And that's exactly how I felt the first time I saw it. So that is extremely powerful quote. I don't know where I first heard it, but whoever said it for the first time, big props to them. And this is so true it's a big part of health as well, being able to face our addictions. If you want to reach optimal health, if you want to overcome any form of chronic illness, advanced disease, then it's super important that we're able to overcome our addictions. Now, these addictions can be in the form of sex, of porn, of alcohol, of drugs, of fast food, of sweets, of processed foods. It doesn't really matter what it is, but generally people turn to them in times when they're looking for comfort or when they're quote unquote bored and they just want to feel better. And this vice allows them to get an artificial instant gratification or feeling that they wouldn't have otherwise got, and they'd have to sit through that pain. And when you actually do finally sit with your pain, sit with those thoughts, understand it, sit with it, and understand it's the pain body, which I can go into another time, but sit with it and go through. The only way to get over it is to go through. Then these vices fall away because you understand that they're just there as a coping mechanism. It's probably something you've heard before, but there's a few things that you can do, or certain things that you can say to yourself. One thing in particular that you can say to yourself that can really change the paradigm. And because a lot of the times we're acting in our subconscious, our unconscious, we're not even knowing we're doing it. We're feeling this uncomfortable feeling come up, this pain, wherever it may be. There's techniques that we talk about in the course of how to get through this. And just to numb it, subconsciously we go for the food. It can be the food, the sex, the porn, whatever it is. It could even be toxic relationships. Rather than actually understanding and being present in that moment. In those times we're generally not very present. We're just thinking, oh, how can I get out of this pain? And we're in the mind. And so one of the simple things that you could actually ask yourself during this time is, does my body want this or does my mind want this? And I'd say 95% or more of the time it will be your mind. Your mind is the one that wants that food or whatever that particular vice is. Could be drugs, to numb out whatever you're feeling inside. So that very simple distinction. Your body, when your body, what it wants and needs combines, it's going to be a full body yes. But with these addictions, a lot of the time we know, even though we're acting out of the subconscious, we know they're not beneficial to us. This is why someone can even go to be feeling these pains, be in a state of threat, be feeling this uncomfortableness, go to the fridge, open up a bag of crisps or chocolate, whatever it is, and eating the whole bag before they even realise they've done it. Because they're actually acting out old patterns, old behaviours. They're not actually present. So by getting back into the body as well, that allows you to be present, to breathe through it. As soon as you come back to the breath, a lot of times the mind wants you to be in the past and in the future. It doesn't want you here in the present, because in the present, the mind doesn't exist. You carry your things from the past in the mind, you worry about the future in the mind. But when you're here, your presence is so, so powerful. This is some of the stuff I'm going even deeper on myself right now. Like, your presence is so, so powerful, and we only ever have this moment. There is never the past, the present. It means we're only ever in the now. So when you actually come back to that and you actually get in your body, you can breathe through it. You can be like, does my mind want this or does my body want this? But say my mind wants this. How do I get out of my mind back into my body? You can do some deep breaths. You can do some qigong, some tai chi, some bouncing, some tapping. Even if you just do some light bouncing, anything to get you back into your body, to realize your mind's saying this stuff to you, but your body doesn't want it. It's very, very simple. This is where there's other practices and etc. you can do. And you can understand a little bit. People out there have done some inner child work. If you haven't, there's some soothing techniques you can do for your inner child, saying, "No, I've got you. You're fine. We don't need whatever this vice is to make us feel better. I've got you. You can feel it." For me, my inner child comes right in my gut. I would say I soothe myself down, breathe. I've got you, right. I've got you. Give myself a little cuddle. I've got you, right. You're all good. Now, a lot of the time as well, when it comes to food, etc., a lot of what gets fired together gets wired together, because when we're younger, we cry, and mum gives us mother's milk, and so it's something sweet. What gets fired together gets wired together. I'm crying. I'm uncomfortable. I get something sweet. That comfort and that sweetness go together, and so you associate it. And then also there's other things like drugs, porn, whatever it is. It takes you out of that temporary pain, gives that instant gratification. But I said before, you'll just keep on living the same patterns and going through the same things unless you actually get to the root of your issues. And once you actually stare them in the face, you realize they're not not as fearful as you thought. And it's just your brain's way or your mind's way of keeping you in the past and worried about the future rather than being in the here and now. I hope this helps understand a little bit more about these situations, because when it comes to health, we want to get as healthy as possible. As I said before, overcoming these addictions is a huge part of it. Sometimes it can even be like myself. I know that I will crave sometimes a sweet snack at night. Now, even if it's a healthy one, I crave it. And that's because I'm like, oh, I've done some work today. I've been through my work. One of the words I'm not trying to use anymore, but I've had a busy day, had a lot on. I just want to relax, and I associate that sweet snack with my nervous system being able to relax. It's absolutely unnecessary. And even though it was, whatever, a healthy snack, if you're doing it constantly, you're understanding that it's not you actually wanting it or looking to enjoy it. You're having that as a vice, as a trying to calm the nervous system down. So instead of that, what can I do? I can get in my body. I can do some breath work, some meditation, some journaling, but really understand those feelings and sit with it and be with it. And once you do that, they start to evaporate. Right? And asking yourself a lot of the time, does my body want this or does my mind want this? If the answer is the mind, then you know that it's all about just trying to feel some comfort and some instant gratification from the feelings that are going on inside your body. Right? Hope this helps. Lots of love. If you want help in overcoming a health issue, or if you want to gain optimal health, that's what we've got the Total Health Revival course for. We go deeper into the subconscious and all aspects of health and healing: diet, nutrition, detoxification, mental emotional strategies, qigong, tai chi. It's all in the course. You get lifetime access to it and access to all the updates I'll be putting in, because I've got something I'm releasing soon as well that you want to look out for. But anyway, I hope this video helps. Lots of love. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.